flat side and switch to the vertical.
Yeah, 5 LXC, this is 5S.
Yeah, Roger. I threw a 5 element up today that I've had for about a year. 40-year-old new old stock. It's a high gain. No rotor, no. It's just kind of it's pointed towards Mike, so we'll see how that works out.
S9, Bob. I heard somebody say S9, Bob.
It's top. I'm gonna stand by for the net there. Good to hear you there, David. KB5WB, NAW.
Okay. KB5WB. KB5WB, got a good signal here tonight in Wise County.
Okay, you're copying me okay at this point?
Yeah, Bob, you're 5 over 9.
Wow, okay, all right, thank you.
Good deal, good deal. I'm glad Bob's 5 over 9, and thank you, KB5WB. I'm running barefoot. I had to turn the amplifier back off, so I'm running barefoot here at the Euless house, KB5WB. You're S3 in Wise County, David. S3 in Wise County. Okay, good deal, good deal. I think I'm running, let me get the watt meter. I'm running 45 watts.
KF5 VPL, this is KF5SCJ.
I've got you at about an S1, but readable, Jerry. That's a long haul from Young County.
Not listening very well. Man, you double with somebody. Say again.
Young County's breaking my squelch every once in a while.
I guess I'm giving you 40 over on the side of the beam there, Trey. NAWR. Stand by.
W5LTZ monitoring.
W5LTZ, there you are, Matt. I'm getting ready to clear the check-ins and stop logging. It's all yours.
All right, thanks for the pre-entertainment.
And just one final note for everybody that's monitoring. Bob, KG5SQJ, is mobile at Slip Down Mountain, highest point in Parker County, 1,390 something or 60 something feet above sea level. Enjoy the net tonight, everybody. KI5LET, we're clear, waiting for the net. I don't hear Bob. I should hear him if he's that high.
1338, 1,338 feet. Well, I'm not up on the very top of it, but I'm close. KG5SQJ, clear and monitoring.
All right, is the frequency clear at this time? All right, KI5LET, real quick. I'm on my desk mic. It sounds okay. We'll get started if so.
Sounded good. 5-7 on my meter.
All right, let's go ahead and get started. This is KF5 Victor Sierra Papa, KF5 VSP Mike here at Parker County. And just on the west side of Weatherford, Texas, I'll be the net control operator and station for tonight's North Central Texas 2-meter simplex net. Sounds like it's been pretty well warmed up, so I hope everybody sticks around. for the net. So it's all going to be fun. This net meets every Friday right here on 146.580 Simplex every Friday night. We may miss a few for holidays, but we kind of put that open for a vote. But we're here most of the time on Friday night. Excuse me. I want to thank everybody for participating over the last couple of years. It's been a great success, and it's been a lot of fun watching stations come in new each week, and stations improving on their transmit and so forth. So it's been a great pleasure. All right, let me tell you about a couple of things that we use alongside the net. First of all, we do county by county, so we go county by county on our check-ins. But we have a couple of things that help for stations maybe out on the edges from here. Two frequencies, 444.925 and 145.310. Both of those are listen-in frequencies, so you have the capability on dual receive or another radio. You can use those to listen in and maybe hear some stations that you might otherwise not. Also, we do use netlogger.org. We don't use it for official check-ins, but use it again as a visual assist. Tonight's W5LTZ, Matt will be logging NetLogger alongside net control check-ins, so you can see who's checking in from what counties and what equipment they're using, etc. So if you're not on NetLogger, give it a shot, netlogger.org. We also have a Facebook group, which is very active, North Central Texas Simplex Net. North Central Texas Simplex Net is the Facebook group. Use that to talk to members in the group, put up announcements, anything you want to share radio related or announcements thereabouts, please use that. We also have a YouTube live stream. Kilo Echo 5 November Golf Mike is Trey, and he's the one who puts that on. So it's a live stream on YouTube if you want to have that up as well. And you can use his call sign or just type in North Central Texas Simplex Net. Also, we have designated relays, and but everybody's pretty much a relay station. But we try to use the designated relays, and those will be KI5LET in Wise County, KE5NGM in Tarrant County. Let's see. Romy, are you there? Whiskey Romeo?
Yeah, I'm here. NAWWR.
NAWWR. Romy's out there near DFW, Grapevine area, and he'll be one as well. Whiskey Charlie 5, Whiskey Charlie in Bosque, if he's there. Are you there tonight?
Roger, I am.
Woo! Wow, man, you are clean and strong. So yeah, we've got Bosque County, Wise County, and a couple of Tarrant County stations that'll help me out here, and those will be my go-tos for first and foremost to kind of keep the clutter down and the doubling down, which I'm pretty good at. Anyway, and then if I call for any relays anywhere, we certainly rely on those. Okay, again, we'll go county by county, and then the second portion, once we go through the counties, I'll call on anybody that's checked in tonight. I'll let you have the frequency to make a specific call or a general call. So please utilize that if you're so inclined. Let's see. Can't remember. I don't think I have anything else. So let's do this. Before we go county by county, I always like to allow first-time check-ins. So if it's your first time checking in with the group tonight, or you're a newly licensed ham. So if you fit that category, your first time to check in with this group, or you're a newly licensed operator, we'd like to have your check-in right now.
King Sugar, 5 Sugar.
Okay, I got the King Sugar 5 Sugar, the WA5 station. Go ahead.
Kilo India 5 Yankee Victor.
Well, we're glad you came aboard. There was a couple other stations in there. Tell me your name again. Will you spell it for me phonetically? YMF. Tell me your name one more time, please. Okay, Lorraine. Well, good. WA5 Yankee Mike Fox, and then, of course, is married to Yankee Mike Echo, Winston down there, Comanche County. Lorraine, I enjoy the sequence on your call sign. My wife is Victor Sierra November, and I'm Victor Sierra Papa, so we share that distinction. Glad that you checked in and hope that you'll do it as often as you can. So that's WA5 Yankee Mike Fox, Lorraine down in Comanche County. King Sugar 5 Sugar. I know you've checked in maybe once before. Come on in and tell everybody again your location and name.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. I was going to say that I'm not sure if I checked in before or not, which is a true statement, but I'm located in Joshua in Johnson County. The name here is Glenn, Golf Lima Echo November, and antenna's 130 feet up, and I'm putting about 100 watts your way. And by the way, Lorraine and Winston is relatives of mine in Comanche, but I'm not able to hear them. KS5S, back to net.
Okay, Glenn, yeah, very good. I've talked to you once or twice before over the years on Simplex outside of the net, so maybe that's where I was getting it, but very good. KS5S out of Johnson County, that's Glenn. Are there any other stations for your first time checking in, or maybe you just got your license? All right. Is there a station out there that's a first-time check-in or maybe a newly licensed operator that has Yankee Victor in the call? If so, try it again. Any of the designated relays hear anything?
Yankee Victor India. This is JD. I'm looking for
Nothing LET. I did hear a Charlie November whiskey station on the Chalk Mountain repeater. He was actually coming in when we all started to talk, and I think it's Yankee Victor India, or I think it's JD, he said.
All right, Trey, you want to give it a try?
Yankee Victor, I think it was JD you were trying to check in. Can you come with your call sign again for me?
Yes, this is Kilo India 5 Yankee Victor India. Name is JD.
And JD, remind me where you're located.
Maypearl, Texas.
All right, he's down in Maypearl. That is Kilo India 5 Yankee Victor India.
All right, very good. Down in Maypearl. That's a pretty good run. So, JD, welcome aboard, and thanks for the relay, Trey. That's KI5 Yankee Victor India. Are there any other check-ins for your first time? If it's your very first time checking in with this group, or you've gotten a new license, we're looking for your call now.
Relay.
Go ahead, relay.
Yeah, are you hearing the Kilo 5 Charlie November whiskey? He may be coming in through a repeater for me.
No, I'm not hearing him here.
He's on Chalk Mountain.
Maybe someone that direction can relay.
Anybody that's on frequency can hear that station trying to check in. Please jump in and pick it up.
KI5SLE, I do hear, excuse me, I hear him through the repeater, and he says he's in Meridian.
Mobile. All right, does anybody here in Simplex straight up? If anybody can catch him direct, please let me know. Well, maybe the propagation will change and somebody will pick him up. But I'll make one more final call if it's your first time. If it's your first time to check in with Simplex Net, or you've just recently gotten your ticket, please call now. All right, I'm not hearing anything on this end. We'll come back around. Let's start our county by county. County by county, I'm going to start in Parker, then I'm going to go out to the west and pick up the western counties for me and southwest of me, and then work my way back to the east. So let's call on Parker County, please.
Whiskey 5, Bravo, November, Kilo.
Kilo India 5, November X-ray Romeo.
K5, Delta, Charlie.
Whiskey 5, Kilo Juliet Whiskey.
Kilo Golf 5, Sierra, Quebec, Juliet.
All right, let me tell you what I have here. Here's what I have so far. W5BNK, KI5NXR, K5 Delta Charlie, Whiskey 5, Kilo Juliet Whiskey, and Kilo Golf 5, Sierra Quebec Juliet. Any other Parker County? The Whiskey 5, Kilo Juliet Whiskey. Refresh my memory. Could I have your name, please?
Yeah, name here is Kevin, Kilo Echo Victor India November. I'm in Weatherford, Texas.
Yep, I can tell by the accent. You checked in once before. Thanks for coming back. You've got a huge signal.
Not a problem. Yeah, just using the old Icom 820H here, the old dinosaur, but it still works pretty good. But yep, and yeah, I can't hide the accent too much.
All right, so you've got an ICOM 820 hotel, and we'll put it in the logger. Can you tell us your antenna situation, what you're using, and approximate height?
The antenna at the moment is a Comet 20 feet off the ground right now.
Perfect. Okay, we keep a record of that in the net logger, and it's kind of fun to see what everybody's using. Thank you very much, Kevin. He's got a GP3 at about 20 foot, and he's got an ICOM 820 hotel, if I heard that right. And it sounds good over here in Weatherford. All right, any other Parker County check-ins?
KE5NGM tested my own live stream. I'm hoping that's getting through. And hello, everybody, this evening.
Any Palapino County listening tonight that would like to check in, please come now. All right, let's go out to Young County. Hello, Young County. If you copy net control, come on in. There he is, KF5VBL, Jerry out in Graham. Good signal. Glad to have you back, Jerry. All right, anybody else out in Young County listening that would like to check in? Boy, that was weak on me. Any of the relay stations copy that?
It's a carrier with no audio, Mike.
Okay, that would be why I could see the signal and no here. Very good. Okay, anybody else in Young County, or we're going to move on? All right, how about Stevens County? Stevens County, if you're listening, we'd love to have your check-in. One more time for Stevens County. This is the North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net calling for any stations in Stevens County to check in. nothing heard. How about Eastland County? Eastland County, please. All right, I got Alpha India 5 Bravo uniform, Cam, and Eastland. About the same here, Cam. You're about an S3, a little atmospheric noise, but you're Q5. How were the winds yesterday or last night when that came through? Okay, yeah, QSL, copy that. All right, very good. Glad to hear it's not a big major deal. That's Alpha India 5 Bravo uniform. Are there any other Eastland County check-ins tonight? Okay, nothing heard. How about Comanche County? Comanche County, please. All right, there's Whiskey Alpha 5 Yankee Mike Echo. That's Winston. Good evening, Winston. And KG5 Hotel Bravo X-Ray. That is Darren down in De Leon, Texas. Is there anybody else down there in Comanche County that can hear net control tonight? Darren, I've got about like Cam. I hear you quite well, but there's a little crunch in the air. How are you hearing me? All right, well, very good. Do you mind helping me out, since it's not a great path to us, if you'd try to pick the Brown and Coleman stations, I'd appreciate it.
When they bring up Skyward next, we'll always... Thank you. Appreciate it. We got KI5 Tango Lima Golf. Nick way out there in Coleman County. I say it every week, and no one ever makes a call out there. I guess they figure they can't make it. You may be surprised. Anyway, this is KF5 VSP, net control for the Friday night Simplex net here for North Central Texas. I'm doing my county-by-county roll call. Next, I would like to call on Erath County. Erath, please.
Kilo Golf 5, Hotel Tango Hotel.
Kilo India 5, Oscar Sierra.
All right, there's KG5HTH. Phil, good to hear you, my friend. And KI5OS, David, you're sounding good. That's Erath County. Any other stations out in Erath tonight that would like to check in? All right, not hearing anything else. Before I leave the area, let me reach out and see if perhaps anybody in Mills County, are there any Mills County stations listening that would like to check in? Any station stations in Mills County. Mills County. If you hear net control, give us a call. Yeah, yep. Cotton usually checks in too. I need to wake him up and send him a message. All right. Anybody in Hamilton County? How about Hamilton County? Any stations in Hamilton tonight? Hoping David down there, KUE, would be down there, but I'm not hearing anybody at the moment in Hamilton. Last call for Hamilton County check-ins. All right, let's go over to Hood County. Hood County, if you're there, let me know.
Kilo 5, Lima, Quebec.
K5 Echo Sierra Victor.
K5 Whiskey Sierra November Mobile.
Kilo 5 Hotel.
All right, I've got KK5LQ, hello Kelton, and K5 Echo Sierra Victor, that's Clayton. K5 Whiskey Sierra November, that's Bill. Mobile. Thank goodness he's back out mobile tonight. And there was one other station right underneath. Try it again. Calling for Hood County. Anybody else in Hood County that would like to check in?
Relay.
Go ahead, Bill.
It was November Kilo 5 Hotel attempting to check in.
Okay, NK5 Hotel. If you have a good enough copy, could you get their name and verify they're in Hood or where they're located?
Yes, he's in Hood County, and his name is Tom.
All right, very good. It's November Kilo 5 Hotel, Tom in Hood County. Very good. All right, anybody else in Hood County? Last call for Hood County. All right, nothing heard. Let's call on Somerville County, please.
Whiskey 5, Mike Lima Delta.
Whiskey 5 Kilo Bravo Tango.
Okay, we recognize W5MLD, that's Mike, and Whiskey 5 Kilo Bravo Tango, that's Mr. Kelly, both down there in Somerville County. Anybody else in Somerville tonight? All right, not hearing a response. Let's drop down into Bosque County.
Whiskey Charlie 5, Whiskey Charlie.
There's WC5WC. Wiley, you've got a huge signal tonight. What are you hearing so far?
Nothing in this area yet.
All right, you have an empty shack? You got any other third parties in there?
It's empty. They all went home.
That was cool having them check in last week. That's WC5WC, Wiley and Bosque. Are there any other Bosque County stations that would like to check in? Okay, Wiley, wake them up. See if you can get Coriel, McLennan, Hill, Bell, those guys.
Okay, this is WC5 for the North Central Texas Simplex net. Is there anyone south of Bosque County who would like to check in at this time? I'll catch your county next. Anyone south of Bosque County, over. Nothing heard. Is there anyone in Hill County that would like to check in? Copy Whiskey X-Ray 5, Charlie Tango Charlie. Chris over in Whitney. Is anybody else wanting to check in? Okay, Mike, that was Chris is the only one checking in, WX5 CTC.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad you can hear him tonight. Thank you for the help. WX5 Charlie Tango Charlie, Chris down there in Hill County. Appreciate you checking in, and we're clear with Whiskey Charlie 5, Whiskey Charlie. And my call is Kilo Fox 5, Victor Sierra Papa, Mike here in Parker County. And we're doing our county-by-county roll call. And next on the list is going to be, let's go to Johnson County.
Whiskey India 5, Mike Romeo Whiskey.
WI5 MRW, Mike, good evening, sir. Good signal. Anybody else out there in Johnson tonight?
Relay.
Go ahead, LTZ.
Yeah, are you hearing Kilo 5 Echo Golf Mike?
I am not. Go for it.
I'm amplifier on.
I'm not sure if net control's copying you, but I've got you K5 EGM. This is W5 LTZ. Looks like we've had you check in before. Is this Charlie?
It's a PSL.
All right, very good. We got you in the logs. Back to you, Mike. W5 LTZ.
Okay, he must have kicked up the power because I copied him last time, but thanks for the pickup. Are there any other Johnson County? Johnson County, please. All right, let's go to Ellis County. Hello, Ellis County. It's your turn.
Kilo 5, Whiskey X-Ray Yankee, K5WXY, Waxahachie.
K5WXY, Gary, good evening. Pretty decent signal. I've heard worse, but I got you Q5. What's going on?
Oh, gotta go work 10 hours tomorrow and 6 hours on Sunday, so it's gonna be like 66 hours this week.
Yikes. Well, I guess sooner or later you'll get to spend all that money, right?
I guess. You know, I'm trying to bank it in the bank.
Well, good for you, man. Good signal. You went way up that time. That's K5WXY, Gary, out in Waxahachie. And I appreciate him always being there and helping out with relays and so forth. Anybody else in Ellis tonight? Ellis County, last call. Okay, not hearing anybody out in Ellis County. I'd like to do this before I head too far up the other direction. Let me think. I know those stations are down there in Limestone and Freestone. So I'm going to call for Limestone County or Freestone County or Navarro County. Navarro, Limestone, or Freestone. If you're copying net control, please come now. Anybody copy anybody coming out of there?
Yeah, Kilo India 5, Micah, Echo, Lima.
All right, thank you, Gary. Gary, do you have a pretty decent copy on him?
I do.
Well, if you don't mind giving me some help, because ask him if he's got any relays while you have a path with him. That's Keith down there in Mahia. If you don't mind asking if he's got some relays, let's go with it.
Hey, Keith, you have any relays from down in Mahia? Negative, I did not. Mike, he's relayed in KI5YIG.
Okay, and I know the call. Can you tell me what county they're in?
Did you copy that, Keith? Yeah, it's Don in Fairfield and Freestone County. I'm not copying him here.
Oh, Roger, Roger. Okay, very good, very good. That's Don down in Freestone. Got it. Okay, thanks for the help, Gary. I appreciate it. That's why I didn't want to leave that area. I knew he was there. All right, all clear with WXY. He picked up KI5 Mike Echo Lima in Limestone County. That's Keith. And then he relayed in KI5 Yankee India Golf, Don. He is in Freestone County, down in Fairfield. So that's a long way without relay help, in which we had. So I appreciate it very much. Is anybody else out there, Freestone, Limestone, Navarro County, that copies net control? Please call now. Okay, nothing heard. Let's go up into, let me click my little map here. Let's go to Tarrant County. Tarrant County, your turn.
Kilo India 5, Foxtrot Lima Echo.
Alpha Echo 5, Juliet Tango.
November 5, Tango X-Ray Lima.
Kilo India 5, Hotel X-Ray Kilo.
Kilo India 5, Yankee Foxtrot Uniform.
Whiskey 5, India Charlie Kilo.
Kilo Foxtrot 5, Delta Lima Foxtrot.
November 8, Whiskey Romeo.
Kilo Echo 5, November Golf Mike.
All right, let's tap the brakes right there. I got most of them. I copied Kilo India 5 Fox Lima Echo, Alpha Echo 5 JT, N5 TXL, KI5 HXK, W5 ICK, that's Bob, N8 WWR, KE5 NGM, and there was a Kilo Fox 5, and I did not get the last.
Delta Lima Foxtrot.
Was that DLF, did anybody, or WLF?
It was DWF, I believe.
All right, could you get their name for me? I can just barely hear them.
DWF, KE5NGM. Can you give us your information and confirm that's your call?
It was Kilo Foxtrot 5, Delta Lima Foxtrot.
All right, Delta Lima Foxtrot. Sorry, and tell me your name and location one more time and what you're running.
My name is Gary. I'm in White Settlement, and I was trying a different radio, and I guess it wasn't working very well. I'm usually running an FT-991A with a Ringo Ranger modified at about 30 foot.
All right, net control, did you pick him up now that he changed radios?
I absolutely did. I absolutely hear you, DLF. You're about S7 down here in Parker County. So we appreciate you checking in. Over.
Yeah, over.
All right, very good. Thanks for the relay there, Trey. I appreciate it. Anybody else out in Tarrant County that's listening that wants to check in?
I think, Mike, I'm going to butt in again. There was a Kilo India 5 Yankee Foxtrot uniform.
All right, is there a KI5 Yankee question mark? Try it again. I'm sorry.
Yankee Foxtrot Uniform. Yankee Foxtrot Uniform.
All right, are you in North Richland Hills, and are you Travis by chance?
That is correct.
And Travis, tell us what radio and antenna you're using.
The Yaesu FT-991A on a Diamond X50, about 15 foot.
All right, thank you, sir. That was Travis. I think he's in North Richland Hills. He's running a Yaesu FT-991A, I believe he said, and a Diamond 500 at 15 feet. NGM back to net control.
Give me I got the KI-5 Yankee. I just need the rest of the suffix.
Foxtrot uniform.
Thank you very much. KI-5 Yankee Fox uniform is in the books. Last call for Tarrant County only, please.
November 5, Juliet Lima Hotel.
Well, there's N5JLH. Jake, how are you doing?
Oh, not too bad. Been real busy lately, but yeah, we're back. Well, these storms kind of kept things out for a while.
Yes, sir, they did. Good to hear you. Hopefully you can hang around a little bit and make some calls. That's N5JLH, Jake out there in the mid-cities with a huge signal tonight. Anybody else in Tarrant County before I move on?
Whiskey 5, Kilo Bravo Bravo, mobile in Tarrant County.
Here in a minute. K2ROG, Kilo 2, Romeo Oscar Golf. He's in North Louis. He's been here before. NAWWR.
All right, and I was fixing to hand it to you for you to do your handiwork. So N8WWR, please make net calls for us.
Absolutely. Good evening. This is November 8, Whiskey Romeo. My name's Romy. I'm assisting the North Central Texas Simplex net. Looking for check-ins east of me. That would be Dallas County, Rockwell County, Coffin County. If you're unable to hear net control and you can hear the sound of my voice and you'd like to check in, please come down with your call sign phonetically. We'd love to have you.
November, Charlie, 5 Papa.
Alpha 5, Alpha Hotel.
Kilo Foxtrot 5, Whiskey Lima Foxtrot.
Whiskey 5, Tango X-ray.
Okay, relay net control copies NC5P. It's November Charlie 5 Papa, Doug over in Dallas by Mountain View College. AA5AH, Robert up in Richardson. KF5WLF, Patrick in Duncanville with a booming signal tonight. You must have made an improvement because you're blowing my doors off. I'm sure maybe net control could even hear you. And WW5TX, that's Matt over in Midway Hollow, Dallas, Love Field. Any other check-ins that can hear me, or anybody else that would like to check in that can hear this station, please come now with your call sign. Any relays from the Dallas County stations?
Relay?
Go ahead and take it, top. NAWWR.
Did you hear Uniform Sierra Yankee Station?
No, but is that Mike, WA5USY? Was he out of work or something?
KI5FLE. Yeah, he's out at a location tonight where he's having a hard time hitting anything, Romy.
I heard him in Wise County.
Yeah, he's in Tarrant County up above Hazel.
All right, well, you got WA5USY in there as well. They're net control. NAWWR going to shut up.
All right, very good. Thanks for all the good work. I copied, we got K2ROG, and then we got NC5P. Doug, been checking in from Dallas County since we started. AA5AH, that's Robert out in Richardson, and KF5WLF in Duncanville, Whiskey 5, Tango X-ray at Love Field, and WA5USY on the relay. All right, thank you for the help, I'll clear with Whiskey Romeo. And let's go up to Jack County. Anybody in Jack County tonight that would like to check in?
Hold on, Mike. We got a mobile station in Tarrant County, KE5NGM.
All right, take it, Trey.
I believe it was Kyle, which is Whiskey 5 Kilo Bravo Bravo. Are you still out there?
Yes, sir. Whiskey 5, Kilo Bravo Bravo, mobile in Tarrant County.
All right, Kyle, you want to tell us exactly what part must be pretty close because you're 60 over.
I am around I-35 and 1187.
All right. Well, thanks, Kyle, for checking in, and we will get you in the log. He is at 35 and 1187 area mobile. KE5NGM back to net.
I hear you up here in Grapevine, AWR.
Okay, Trey, let me confirm that was W5KBB Kyle.
That is correct.
Good to hear him. It's been a while. At least by my memory, I haven't heard him in a while, so that's a good pickup. Anybody else before I go to Jack County? Anybody else in Tarrant County? Anybody else out in Tarrant or Dallas County would like to check in? Last call.
W5LTZ, just for the record.
Very good. There's W5LTZ. That's Matt, who is doing net logger, by the way. All right, so I'm not getting any other relays, so let's go back out and go to Jack County. Anybody in Jack County tonight that wants to check in, come now. I'm not hearing TQR. Top, are you hearing anybody out of Jack County?
Somebody was barely breaking my squelch, but I got no copy at all.
All right, Jack County calling Jack County. If you hear net control, try again to check in. Victor Bravo Lima, are you hearing anybody out of Jack County? Is TQR out there? Okay, all right. I'm not hearing anybody out of Jack County. I am going to go to Wise County, and it's your turn, Wise County.
KI5LET.
KJ5UF.
Okay, I got KI5LET and I got KJ5UF. I got Ray, and there was one other station out there. KI5UXF. My goodness, Gary, there is a ton of atmospheric noise, but I copied you. I got you. KI5UXF. We've got KJ5 Uniform Fox, that's Ray, and KI5LET. Is there anybody else in Wise County tonight? All right, how about Cook County? Are you out there, David?
Yes, sir. WD5M, Cook County. I got a relay for you from Dallas if you need it.
Yeah, we got Whiskey Delta 5 Mike. That is David up in Cook County. Go ahead with your relay.
Stations are calling in there. I believe I copied a Kilo 7 Bravo Lima Alpha, I believe out of Collin County. Is that station still on the air? Could you give me your call sign again and your name and your location just to make sure we got it correct? Right, Roger. Mike, it was Kilo 7 Bravo Lima Alpha. That's Ken in Princeton up in Collin County. WD5M, back to the net.
Okay, thank you, David. Kilo 7 Bravo Lima Alpha, that is Ken out in Collin County. So on the relay from Cook County from WD5M. So good work up there. All right, anybody else out in perhaps, well, I tell you what, KI5LET, you've got a better position. If you'd go ahead and see what you can pick up from up there.
Okay, we'll give it a shot. I think there's another Wise County station that might come in. This is KI5LET assisting net control for the North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net. Any stations anywhere would like to check into the net tonight? Come with your call now. Kilo Golf 5, Oscar India Bravo. Can you hear KI5LET? One last call. Any stations anywhere would like to check into the net? You can hear KI5LET in Central Wise County. Come with your call now. Mike, he must have dropped off. He couldn't even hear Chalk Mountain. I was the only station he could hear, but that was it. So it's KI5LET. Couldn't pick up anybody tonight. Back to net control.
Relay.
Go ahead, David.
There was Whiskey 5 Bravo Sierra Delta in Van Zandt County trying to check in.
Okay, so you did copy W5 BSD, is that right?
Roger, all the way from Van Zandt. WD5M, back to that.
Awesome. We finally figured out the position to bring him in every week, and who'd have thought that it would be in Cook County, but it is. So W5 BSD out of Van Zandt County via Cook County back to net control in Parker County. That's pretty good work. All right, this is KF5 Victor Sierra Papa. This is the North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net, the Friday night Simplex net, as Darren calls it. I'll put out a general call for anyone, anywhere that has not checked in so far tonight. Anybody, anywhere that has not checked in tonight, any late check-ins to the Simplex net? Any other relay stations? Do you hear anybody?
Relay.
Go ahead, Wiley. Good pickup. That's WW5LW John down at Lake Whitney. He's steady, steady, steady. All right, thank you, Wiley. I appreciate it. Anybody else? Any other late check-ins? Anyone, anywhere that has not checked in tonight so far? All right, I'm not hearing any relays, and I'm not hearing any stations at this time. So what I'd like to do is go to the second part of the net, and that is anybody that has checked in tonight. If you've checked in tonight and you would like to make some calls, if you'd like to make a specific call to maybe a distant county that you heard, or if you'd just like to put a general call out there to see who's hearing you, who wants to get on the list?
NAWWR.
All right, I got N8WWR. He's number one. Who else wants to get on the list to make calls tonight?
WD5M.
All right, there's WD5M. He'll be number two. Anybody else want to get on the list? Anybody that's checked in tonight, if you'd like to get on the list to have the frequency to make calls, let me know.
Kilo Golf 5, Sierra, Quebec, Juliet. Last one. Make sure you take care of everybody else, and I'll be last.
Okay, KG5SQJ. All right, let's go to N8WWR. That is Romy. The frequency's yours. Go for it.
Mike, this is just a question for you. I put up a Yagi today with no rotor on my roof, and I got it pointed towards you. It may be off a degree or two or 5 because I used a cell phone app, which was touchy to say the least. And on the receive side, your signal's lower, so I'm going to assume my transit side is going to be lower. I'm going to unkey. I'm going to hit the switch and key back up. And I'm just curious what the Yagi sounds like your way. NAWWR.
Well,
so here is the Yagi pointed your way. NAWWR. Or it's kind of pointed your way.
Okay, so are you still on the Yagi or are you back on the vertical?
Oh, now I'm back on the vertical. Here, hold on. Yagi, here's the Yagi. And then back to the vertical. NAWWR.
My analog meter, I had you S5 on the vertical and S2 on the Yagi.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in this thing. I mean, I guess it could go higher, but it's what it is. 40-year-old, new old stock almost. And the instructions were, whoever stored it, they had a rodent problem because the instructions were completely almost chewed away. I sent Trey a picture earlier. It's kind of funny. All right, thank you, Mike. Appreciate you. NAWWR.
Before you go, how many elements is it?
It's just a 5-element. It's an old high gain. One of those, I mean, they still make it and sell it, but, yeah.
Okay. All right, well, I probably, I don't know, do some more testing and just see. I have no idea. I would imagine that's a fairly wide beam width. What do you think?
It's yeah, obviously not as narrow as a you know, a larger Yagi, but, and like I said, I'm probably off a couple degrees, so there's that, but, that's all. I just was playing around with this thing. Appreciate you. NAWWR.
Okay, no problem. That's what we're out here for, to play radio, brother. I love it. All right, that's NAWWR, Romeo, and Tarrant County, all clear. And I'm going to go to next on the list, Whiskey, Delta 5 Mike. That would be David on the Cook County remote base. The frequency's yours. Go ahead, David.
Yeah, I'm hearing the stations way down south, MEL and YIG. I thought I'd give KI5YIG down in Freestone a call. I think that's Don. KI5YIG, are you copying W5M from Cook County? KI5YIG, are you copying WD5M from Cook County? Sure. They're not still with us. All right. Thanks, Mike. WD5M back to the net.
Well, I tell you what, that's I don't know what it tracks at, but that's got to be 140 miles.
Oh, yeah, what I was putting in, I was hearing MEL real good, and YIG was a little more sketchy, but I was hearing him too, so I thought I'd give it a shot. WD5M.
Okay, David, thank you. Appreciate you being there, and it's a great spot for you up there. All right, this is KF5 Victor Sierra Papa. This is the North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net. We're in the second and last portion of the net, and it is as follows. I'm going to put KG5SQJ back for just a moment. Are there any other stations, anybody else, that has checked in tonight that would like to be recognized? I'll let you have the frequency, and you can make a couple of calls or just a general call. Anybody else?
KI5FLE.
Okay, I've got KI5FLE. Anybody else want to give it a shot?
KI5LET.
All right, I got KI5LET. Are there anybody else want to get on the list? Okay, KI5FLE. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mike. WA5USY KI5FLE. Do you copy me? WA5USY KI5FL. Sorry, KI5FLE. Do you copy, Mike? Well, he's crossbanding to the radio in his truck, and apparently something isn't working right because I'm not hearing him, so I'll go ahead and turn it back over to you, Mike. Thank you.
Okay, Brian, all clear with FLE. Next is KI5LET. The frequency's yours. Go ahead, Top.
Thanks, Mike. I would try KI5TLG, but I could not hear anything in Coleman County. I was wondering where Bill was. I had a good copy on him when he checked in. K5WSN, can you copy KI5LET?
KI5LET, this is K5WSN Mobile, Comanche Peak here in Hood County. You are a good solid S7. I'll copy.
S7, thanks for that. You're an S3, clean copy, just slight background hiss, but a good clean copy from Comanche Peak into Wise County. Thanks, Bill. I'll clear with you, and then I know I can always get Gary K5 or K5WXY, 67 miles. How copy KI5LET?
Well, I copy you on a half of a meter bar. I mean, half scale. This thing hasn't got a real meter, but it's going about half scale. K5WXY Waxahachie.
Okay, thanks, Gary. Good signal up here from Waxahachie. You're about a 5.3 to 5.4, but clean audio. Thanks, Mike. KI5LET, back to net.
Okay, all clear with KI5LET. This is KF5VSP. This will be a final call. Anybody that has checked in tonight, if you'd like to have the frequency to make a call or a general call, last call.
K5PNB.
K5PNB. Bobby, good evening.
Good evening, sir. I'm sorry. I just got in from Gordon just a few minutes ago. I told my wife, I said, I've got to hurry. I got to get checked in tonight. It's Friday night. So if you would, get me on your list, buddy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You should have checked in. I'm looking forward to you being out in the big country out here. When is this a place y'all are moving permanently, or is this just a weekend place?
No, sir. We'll be there permanently probably around June 1st. We bought a farm out there several years ago, right off of, it's called Mitchell Hill Road, right at the Gordon exit. When you take that exit, you go about a mile down and hang a right on Mitchell Hill. When you get to the curve, you're at the P&B Ranch on the left right there.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, good. You'll be out in this part of the world, and when I'm out in Eastland County, we'll be passing through, so I'm looking forward to that. All right, that's K5 Papa November Bravo. That's Bobby in Johnson County checking in. All right, let's do this. Let's go to Kilo Golf 5 Sierra, Quebec, Juliet. He is remote tonight, and he is doing some testing, so please hang around, and let's get him some signal reports. So KG5SQJ, go ahead.
Thank you, Mike. This is KG5SQJ. For those of you who do not know, I'm located up close to Slipdown Mountain. I'm not quite at the top of it, but about 1,340 feet. That's close to the top of it, within 20 feet of it anyway. And I'm testing a small crossband repeater unit that the Parker County Races Group and I plan to use in the future to document some high points in the county that can cover some of the Simplex loss areas across Parker County that cannot talk to Parker County EOC. So what I'm looking for is a signal report from this particular radio, and Mike's going to help write these down for me and send them to me, because sitting out here in the dark, it's a little hard for me to write it down. So if you would, give me your call sign and a signal report that I can record all this. Appreciate it. KG5SQJ, standing by.
KI5FLE, I hear you S5 over here in Lake Worth.
K5PNB, I've got you at an S3 in Godley, Texas.
There, one of them was Lake Worth, and I did not hear the other station. If let's see, the Lake Worth station come ahead first, and then the other station after that.
Roger, this is Kilo India 5 Foxtrot Lima Echo, and I've got you a real clean S5 here in Lake Worth.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. All right, that other station that gave me a signal report, come again, please.
This is Kilo 5 Papa November Bravo, and I have you at an S3 in Godley, Texas.
Thank you, Walt. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not that far from you over here, to say the least. All right, any other signal reports from any other stations?
Kilo Echo 5, November Golf Mike, Southwest Fort Worth, S4. Staticky, but perfectly readable.
Okay, we got somebody in Southwest Fort Worth that doubled with another station. The Southwest Fort Worth station, come please.
Yes, sir. Kilo Echo 5, November Golf Mike, Southwest Fort Worth, S4 with some static, but perfectly readable.
Thank you, sir. The other station that just that doubled with him.
halfway between Granbury and Weatherford and Tintop. I've got your S4 out here.
All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Any other signal ports, please?
I don't know if he can copy me, but he's chopping and breaking up in Waxahachie, but I'm catching most everything he says.
Peak, southwest of Granbury.
All right, thank you, Jerry. And let me apologize to Gary a while ago. I thought that was Jerry I was talking to a minute ago. I apologize. That was Jerry, apparently. And Jerry, thank you for the signal report. Appreciate that. All right, any other stations with a call with a signal report?
Bob, I got a couple relays for you.
All right, sir. Come with the relays.
Yeah, there was Kilo 5, Papa November Bravo. That is Bobby in Johnson County. He came back a couple times with some others, but Kilo 5 PNB. S3 in Godley. And then did you get K5 Whiskey Sierra November? That's Bill down in Comanche Peak Mobile.
Let's see. No. Man, I'm having a hard time getting these written down. I sure hope they're writing these down for me, Mike. I don't think I copied the WSN.
Okay, I'm just letting you know who's coming back to you, and I am writing these down. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know that those two stations came back to you. K5 Papa November Bravo. Bobby, if you're still on, give KG5SQJ one more try. WSN, go ahead and give SQJ another call if you're still there, Bill.
SLQ Mobile.
KB5SQJ, this is K5WSN, and you are at S7, approximately half scale, and my location is southwest of Granbury on Comanche Peak. QSL?
QSL, I got that one. Yeah, I did copy you a moment ago. I'm sorry. Again, trying right here in the semi-dark is not real easy to do, as Mike knew ahead of time, and very appreciatively from me volunteered to get these written down and send them to me later, so I appreciate the signal reports, any and all. All right, are there any...
KC5SLQ Mobile.
Hey, Mike, you got a mobile trying to check in.
Yeah, I hear. Bob, are you hearing Daryl SLQ?
Daryl barely broke the squelch. KC5SLQ, can you try one more time?
Yeah, just checking in. I can barely hear Bob, but I'm mobile down, not on the hilltop. Just fix the car, taking it for a spin. SLQ, back to net. Hey, Mike, I got a copy on Bob barely in Waxahachie.
At all at this point.
Okay, he said he was in a low spot there in his location, and just a light copy, but he wanted to give it a try. There's a couple of... Bob, make another call, and I'll see if we can pick up.
All right, one last call. This is Kilo Golf 5, Sierra, Quebec, Juliet, on top or close to Slipdown Mountain, looking for signal report, testing out a crossband repeater that we plan to use with the Parker County Races group over the next few months. We're testing high points across the county and looking for signal reports. Anyone anywhere that can give me a signal report, I'd appreciate it. KG5SQJ, stand by.
Mike, I'm copying here him in Waxahachie. Somebody relay me in.
Gotcha. I hear you, Gary. Hold on. I got a bunch of stuff over here. All right. Thank you, Gary. Bob, SQJ, K5WXY does have a copy on you in Waxahachie.
Waxahachie. Okay, all right. I think that's Gary with the beam, right?
Gary, are you hearing him on the vertical or the beam?
I'm hearing him on the beam. I've got the radio for the vertical turned down so I don't hear myself when I transmit.
Roger, roger. Okay. All right. Bob, he's hearing you on the beam.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you for the report. I appreciate that. Any other signal reports? I don't want to drag this out too much, Mike. So if we can get a couple more or none, whatever, and then we'll call it a done deal. And thank you again for your help.
5 over in Decatur.
WD5M. Don't have a meter, sorry.
All right, I got a something indicator. Remember, guys, I'm using a crossband repeater, so it takes a second for the thing to kick in. The Decatur station was really strong, and then there's another station that's doubled with them. So the Decatur station come again?
KI5LET. Bob, you're 5 over 9 in Decatur.
All right, thank you, Pop. All right, the other station that's doubled with Top.
Yeah, sorry, Top. WD5M on the Cook County. I don't have a meter, but you're full quieting into Cook County.
Well, Mike, they broke the 12th, but I could not copy any audio on that one.
All right, I've got it. That's Whiskey Delta 5, Mike. That's David up in Cook County on the remote base on the tower up there.
All right, now that's interesting because I could copy David earlier when he was talking, but I cannot hear him at this point. I think just propagation changed that quick. Because I could hear him. He was a little scratchy, but I could understand everything he was saying earlier. But at this point, copying nothing.
Okay, well, he was hearing you. He was hearing you. So, all right, Bob, if you're happy with that, I'll go ahead and close the net.
Yes, sir. Thank you again. Thank you to all the stations out there with your signal reports. I appreciate you taking the effort to get this done. And Mike, thank you again for your assistance on this. KG5SQJ, back to net.
Okay, Bob, no problem. I'll clear with SQJ. This is KF5 Victor Sierra Papa. I'll make one more call, one last final call for anyone, anywhere, any late check-ins to the Simplex net. All right, nothing heard. Let's go ahead and close the net for tonight. I appreciate everybody's participation. Hope you got something out of it, and we'll look forward to talking with you next week, next Friday night at 8 o'clock. This is KF5 Victor Sierra Papa closing the net for tonight. 7-3, all.
Great job, Mike. I appreciate you doing the net. WI5 MRW. The blast as always. Good night, gentlemen and ladies, and AWWR.
Great job, Mike. Thanks for the net. KG5SQJ, KI5LET.
Yes, sir, Tom. What?
I was just going to relay that David in Cook County, WD5M, he had you at full quieting. He doesn't have a meter on his remote base, but he said you were full quieting into the Cook County remote base.
Roger. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Yeah, I got some surprising signal reports. I was hearing a little better. One thing that tells me that I do need to do is get a better antenna for this thing. It talks a whole lot better than it hears, so I'm going to have to see what I want to do about making a portable antenna for this. It's going to be a little bit better than this SG-7500.
Yep, okay. That's what I got on my van, SG-7500, and it works well, in my case anyway. But yeah, so if it hears better than it receives, or the other way around, is that called reciprocity failure?
I think it's a combination of height and length. My mobile rig that I was using on the way up here is an SG-7900. It has a few decibels more gain than the 7500, but just for portable purposes, I went with the 7500. I'll probably get a 7900 for it and see if that'll make a difference. And remember, it's just a portable rig. It all fits, everything but the antenna. The antenna does not fit in there. But the battery and the radio and all that stuff is just in a little plastic NTM box. So anyway, thank you for your assistance tonight also.
My pleasure, Bob. Yep, the 7900 will probably make a couple more dB difference, and that can really help. I love that one too, and I'm sitting here looking at it. It's broken in half. I hit a tree limb with it, so I got to order a part and get that thing put back together. But yeah, that's pretty amazing. How do you mount it?
The TYT 7800, I have the faceplate removed, and the part where the faceplate is attached is face down in the box, which means the coax connector is straight up in the box. So I just connected the antenna directly to the SO239. In other words, there's no coax on it. It's the antenna is connected directly to the radio.
Okay, man, that's the way to do it. And the antenna is mounted with a NMO or a UHF mount on the roof?
No, not at all. Not at all. The crossband repeater is in the box, and the box is just sitting on top of my truck right now. There's a 33 amp hour battery in there that is powering it, and the whole thing is just sitting on top of my truck right now. I'm fixing to take it down and head to the house here shortly. And but again, it's a portable rig. It's not even hooked up to my vehicle at all. It just happens to be sitting on top of it.
Well, it's working great. So the antenna is part of the box. That's really cool.
Yes, sir. Well, it's not, in this case, it's not part of the box. It's actually part of the radio. Because the radio is just sitting in the box face down with the faceplate removed, and I've got a jumper cable so I can look at that sideways. And while the radio is just face down with its fan straight up. And one of the biggest things I wanted to test was how well this thing was going to work operating on 20 meters for this length of time to make sure it doesn't get hot.
Would it work better with the ground plane? WD5M.
Well, the radio is transmitting on 2 meters and also receiving on 2 meters, and then I'm talking to it on 70 centimeters with an HT in my hand. And I just felt the fan and the heat plate on the back of the radio, and it's still just barely warm even after operating over an hour on 20 meters. So that's confirmed that I can operate it at 20 watts instead of having to go all the way down to 10 watts to keep it from overheating. And so it's going to work just fine at 20 watts.
Yep, it's working great. Hey, I doubled with David. WD5M, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if it would work better, that antenna would work better if you had a ground plane attached to the to the antenna, because without a ground plane, that mobile antenna's probably not going to be all that great. WD5M.
That is very true, David, and I heard you crystal clear that time. Full quieting and crystal clear on that transmission. And yes, sir, you are probably right. If I took some wires or a big plate or something and attached this thing to make a ground plane, it would probably work a lot better. That's a good foot. Thank you.
Yeah, I had lowered my power earlier. I'm back on high power, just so you can hear me. All right, WD5M.
All right, thank you, David. All right, Top, anything else, or are we ready to wrap it up tonight?
I'll be wrapping it up tomorrow morning, but for now, yes, sir, I'll clear with KG5SQJ. This is KI5LET. I'm clearing monitoring. And who else is out there tonight?
KG5SQJ, clear. I'm going to take this thing down, then I'll be back on the mobile. KG5SQJ, clear.
I don't know what you did different than during the net, but I can hear you direct now. You're you're an S9 with my preamp on here in Southwest Fort Worth. W5ICK.
W5ICK, I think he's gone, but man, you're making it into Wise County. An S5, a really solid signal.
Quieting here as well.
Yeah, I'm on the TS2000 tonight, so doing 100 watts.
All right, thank you all, guys. KG5SQJ, clear.
W5ICK, I've got you now at 100 watts. You came up to a 5.9 in Wise County.
Well, that's good. I'm glad this thing still works. I just got to figure out where all my hum is coming from. I got all these computer speakers around. When I crank this power up, it does this interference. So I got some beads to put on them. So I guess that'll be my project tomorrow. W5ICK.
Well, I'm sorry you're hearing it, but the good news is it's not going out on your transmission. You're just absolutely perfectly clean audio, no hum at all.
Awesome. That's good to hear. W5ICK.
Let me jump in here and see if, was that W5BSD trying to call earlier? This is WD5M. I didn't hear BSD, but I did hear a little bit out of KI5MEL. KI5MEL, go ahead. This is WD5M. But you're still coming in just over the noise. I have to lower the squelch to listen to you, but all right, sounds good. Appreciate you giving a holler. This is WD5M 73.
KF5VSP. How copy, Bob? You must be in the low spot. Okay, all I wanted to let you know is I've already sent you an email with what I documented. Bob, I'm losing you. I know you got some topography going on, but anyway, I'll say 7-3. Just let you know that email has been sent, and we'll talk to you later. KF5VSP.
KC5CZC. You can't duck and hide, brother. I'm everywhere. Y'all are soon going to learn. Well, this is my backup. If the primary channel is busy, of course I'm listening to this one. It's my backup. Well, there you go. Test, check. KC5CZC. Copy that. KC5CZC.
Yeah, there you go. Sometimes the problem is high in the air. You need to let them down so you can...
I'm just a little bit busy. Here.
Well, hopefully you weren't talking about me. Oh, I just said I was just a little bit busy. I said I'm here, but I was just a little busy, so.
AF5TV. Oh, doing well. What did you say you're doing? Doing some new setup of a crossbands situation? What's up with that? Okay, that was going to be my next question. You already answered. I was wondering if you were kind of doing that to mobile locally around, you know, and then have it push over to 2 meter and high power. So that's cool. I mean, clearly that's the way you'd want it to work, or else you would risk the radio finals, I suppose. that's a genius idea how to test that, you know, with the video setup or whatever. I've never owned a radio that would do the crossbanding thing, so that's kind of cool. I'm looking at that IC 2730 right now, just kind of looking at the specs. I think I doubled with you on the beginning of that transmission. I was just saying that, yeah, the ICOM site doesn't mention anything about the cross-banding capability, or at least not that I've seen thus far. Although I do like that screen. I like the LED screen, but I like the fact that it's kind of separated on the left and the right with the two bands. You have that all going through one antenna on your roof at home? Yeah, it's practically CB at that point with the distances you are using. So does that go through some sort of duplexer? Oh, well, that's convenient. That's, you know, one thing you don't need for sure. Okay, but on the back of your radio, you only have one output port, right? Okay, gotcha. Now, what was the deal with the firmware? Was that, sorry, you said an option or turning on and off of an option to get the dual band thing going. Was that something you had to pay for additionally? Well, how cool is that, man? That's a hidden feature worth having, man.
KB5ZMY.
WA5 uniform.
I'm not sure where this is. I'm looking at here on TV. Rolling Fork, MS. I don't know if that's Mississippi or if that's Missouri. They got hit with a real bad tornado tonight. Just happened. They're still showing the video and all. I think it's live video. It looks horrible. Ooh, I think that small town was given a good smashing. Terrible. Ooh. I'm glad I don't live there, eh? Ooh, yucko. You know where Poolville, Texas is? Well, they had several trailer houses, a couple barns, and a tabernacle destroyed.
I think it got taken to the east of us, significantly to the east of us, because all we got today was a very, very windy day. I mean, it was a 30-mile-an-hour straight-line winds with gusts of 40 today for about 4 hours during the afternoon. Yeah, it's West Texas, man. We're pretty used to that, so make sure you don't leave your vehicle windows cracked or anything like that, unless you want a millimeter of dust on your dashboard. Yeah, I went to school in Lubbock, man. I know that plight well. I was just thinking the one thing you can count on, with used cars out here in West Texas is, man, there won't be a lick of rust on them. It's just too dry. funny you mention that because I tell stories like that to people and they don't believe me. There are times during the year where tumbleweed storms are a serious problem, man. They can be, anywhere from beach ball size to 4 foot, 5 foot in diameter, and you would not want to hit one in your car. And if you're on a motorcycle, God help you. My sister lives in Stanton, which is a little tiny town in between Big Spring and Midland. And her house is situated just so that when the tumbleweed storms come, she gets exactly that scenario. In between her fence and the west side of her house, they'll all just gather in a little V there, all the way up to the rooftop, man, and it's a problem.
I've flown over and ran around Grand Canyon before we got to the Grand Canyon. Tumbleweed be high enough and was big enough that we clipped the propeller with that stuff. Didn't realize it'd be so big. Had no idea tumbleweeds got that big. W5 KSX. That was a few moons ago. That was back in '78 when we made that trip. Evening train. Hello, Marcus.